started, I used to go to a street dance club, and we did a show in White Lodge, the ballet school. And the headmaster, he spotted me. He was like, we wanted to audition for Billy Elliot, and I was like, oh, fair dues. So, okay, I'll go for it. And then that's pretty much how it started.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're discussing the rise of Tom Holland.
My name's Tom Holland. I go to a school in Kingston, and I'm an actor. I've worked in Billy Elliot in the West End.
This is where my whole career started, you know.
He's just a nice, likable guy. Tom is just the way I had pictured Spider-Man being when I created Spider-Man.
In this video, we're getting up close and personal with Spider-Man star Tom Holland. Though best known for his MCU role as Peter Parker, this talented young actor's accomplishments are many and varied. So without further ado, let's swing into it. Thomas Stanley Holland was born on June 1st, 1996, in Kingston-upon-Thames, London, England. His parents, Dominic and Nicola Elizabeth Holland, both have a background in arts and entertainment. His mother is a photographer, and his father works as an author and comedian. Tom Holland's grandparents on his father's side are from Ireland, and he's often expressed great pride in his Irish roots.
How proud are you of your big brother?
Very proud, yeah, I try to be like him.
The eldest of 4 siblings, Tom's twin brothers Harry and Sam were born in 1999. Patty, the youngest, was born in 2004. To reach such performing heights of success at such a young age, one typically needs to be drawn to the arts early in life.
It took me about two and a half years to actually get onto the stage.
That certainly holds true for Tom Holland. Though best known today as an actor, his first love was dance. He began learning hip-hop dancing at a very young age, and credits Janet Jackson as his inspiration. No one remembers what song it was specifically, but as a child, one of her tracks never failed to make him dance. So his mother signed him up for classes.
Most ballet classes in electricity, it's very strict. But in Accra, we can just do what we want.
Thankfully, Holland continued to pursue dance, despite peer pressure. And soon enough, that passion began evolving into a career. A choreographer recognized his obvious talent at the 2006 Richmond Dance Festival, where he was performing with a dance school. He was encouraged to try out for Billy Elliot.
It all started, I used to go to a street dance club, and we did a show in White Lodge, the ballet school. And the headmaster, he spotted me. He was like, we wanted to audition for Billy Elliot, and I was like, oh, fair dues. So, okay, I'll go for it. And then that's pretty much how it started.
And for anyone familiar with that story, it's not hard to see how Tom's personal experience with bullying and love of dance makes him a great choice for the leading role.
I used to go to ballet.
See?
Aye, for your nana. For girls. Not for lads.
But it was a long and challenging journey to the stage. 8 auditions and 2 years of training followed, during which Tom was trained in acting, dance, and gymnastics. In 2008, Holland finally debuted on stage in the role of Michael. Just a little over 2 months later, in September of 2008, he played the titular role as Billy Elliot for the first time.
And then I ended up auditioning, and then 2 years later I got the role.
Holland had made a name for himself in the West End, but in 2010, he finally ended his run as Billy Elliot. Armed with his various talents and experience well beyond his years, Holland began the often arduous process of breaking into the film industry. His first credit was for the British dub of the Studio Ghibli film Arrietty.
Would it be possible for me to see you then, even if it's just for a moment?
In 2012, he made his live-action debut in The Impossible opposite Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor.
Another wave catches us down here. We will die. We have to climb that tree right now.
Despite his young age and inexperience on screen, Holland's performance was met with universal acclaim. There was even some Oscar buzz.
I love you so much. I love you.
While he didn't get a nod from the Academy in the end, his performance did earn him numerous nominations from other award bodies. His next film credit came in 2013's How I Live Now.
Cool.
Though the film made little impact at the time, in hindsight, it seems like a who's who of upcoming stars to watch. It paired Tom Holland with Saoirse Ronan and George Mackay.
So if you don't mind, my name's Daisy.
Daisy. Great.
Where's your mom?
Working. She sent me. Do you want me to take that?
You'd think that a success like The Impossible would have solidified Holland's place in the industry, but as many child actors can attest, nothing is guaranteed in this business.
Did you ever at any time consider doing something else for a living?
I didn't, but my parents did.
Your parents did, yeah.
2013 and 14 were slow years for Holland. He was at an awkward age, and so the roles were few and far between.
I went through a phase in my career where I was too old to play a child, but too young to play a teenager.
Despite having a few big credits to his name, Holland actually went to carpentry school.
I saved Spider-Man.
While it certainly adds to Tom Holland's appeal that he's also good with his hands, we're relieved that carpentry was a brief detour. In 2015, he starred alongside Thor himself, Chris Hemsworth, in Ron Howard's In the Heart of the Sea.
Sorry, I am so sorry.
Well, now you got something to write home to your mother about.
The film underperformed, but it further reaffirmed Holland's talents and on-screen presence. That same year, he also appeared in the BBC historical drama Wolf Hall.
Do you remember that one Christmas when we had the giant in the pageant?
Here in the parish, I do.
I am a giant. My name is Marlin Spike.
It was by all accounts a good year for the actor, but for Holland, the highlight wasn't a performance, but rather a casting announcement. He had landed the role of Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
One day, Marvel just posted on their Instagram, go to our website to find out who the new Spider-Man is. And that's it. I just found out online. They didn't call me up or anything.
In the summer of 2015, Marvel introduced the world to the new web-slinger. As Holland describes it, his, quote, life was flipped upside down when the news broke. It's a funny choice of words considering Holland literally flipped into his audition for the role. As MCU director Joe Russo later explained, Holland was able to capture both emotional intensity and the physicality of the character. And just like that, Tom Holland's life was forever changed. Not only did his face become an instantly recognizable one, but he signed a 6-picture deal with the star-making studio. Tom Holland's schedule has been jam-packed since joining the MCU. Beginning with his unforgettable introduction in 2016's Captain America: Civil War.
Hey, everyone.
Good job.
He's appeared in Avengers: Infinity War, Avengers: Endgame, and 2 solo Spidey outings. Even in the ensemble films, Holland's version of Peter Parker always makes a big impression.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go, sir. Please. Please, I don't want to go.
It was his performance in Spider-Man: Homecoming, however, that really solidified him as this generation's Spider-Man.
It was the most amazing thing that's ever happened. So Mrs. Stark was like, hey, Underoos! And I just sort of flipped in, and I stole Cap's shield, and I was like, hey, what's up, everybody? And then, hey, just a second, coming!
Youthful, charismatic, but self-conscious, fallible, and deeply human, Holland's version of Peter Parker is impossible not to love.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. I'm Spider-Man, then.
Considering how busy the MCU has kept him, you'd think Tom Holland wouldn't have time for anything other than being Spider-Man.
Feel like I could be doing more. You know, just curious when the next real mission's gonna be.
But the young star has already put his newfound fame to good use. Since becoming Spidey, he's made numerous hospital visits to fans and also delivered toys as part of the Marvel The Universe Unites campaign. As fans likely already know, the actor has an adorable pit bull named Tessa. She's joined him at a number of promotional events. A dog lover, Holland has also used his popularity to help raise funding and awareness for animal rescue, and push back against breed-specific legislation.
This is my friend, J. Bona Jameson, a veteran journalist and a real old-fashioned news hound. He can sniff out any story as long as it's located on another dog's butt.
As if that's not enough, he and his family established the Brothers Trust in 2017.
So go to the Brothers Trust website to find out more. And thanks so much for the support.
Through this organization, Tom and his siblings run events and raise funds for a multitude of charities. Tom Holland is truly a hero on and off screen.
It's always important to remember that celebrities are truly the real superheroes.
In addition to his MCU work and volunteering, Tom Holland has somehow also found time to diversify his resume. Interspersed with his Spidey outings, the actor has appeared in a number of other more grounded films, including The Lost City of Zed, The Current War, and Pilgrimage.
You do not think of us. You think of Indians, or Germans, or any other path to glory that you can find.
Jack, stop it. That's enough.
Mother, I will not stop. You have returned a failure.
You may recognize his voice in high-profile animated films like Spies in Disguise and the 2020 Pixar movie Onward.
Hi, Dad.
Hello? Hello?
It's me, Ian.
2020 saw Holland take on one of his most ambitious roles to date, that of Arvin Russell in The Devil All the Time.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of no-good sons of bitches out there.
A morally complex protagonist, Arvin's sense of justice is a significant departure from that of Peter Parker's.
Arvin had always been careful about picking his time. He knew he'd stand a better chance if he didn't try to take on all the dirty bastards at once.
The role really showcases Holland's range and versatility, teasing a bright future as a leading man beyond the MCU. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Speaking of which, Tom Holland already has a number of high-profile projects on the horizon. After multiple delays, the Uncharted film is finally happening with him in the starring role.
And I think what Uncharted offers that most video games films don't is that it's an origin story to the games. So if you've played the games, you haven't seen what's going to happen in the film.
He's also been cast in the lead role of Nico Walker in Cherry, a crime drama directed by the Russo brothers.
To have someone as inherently likable as Tom playing that character so that you continue to root for them no matter what horrible choices they may make is just, it's invaluable.
With the next Spider-Man installment in the works, it's safe to say that we'll thankfully be seeing a lot of Tom Holland in the coming years. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.